What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on Juniper Rising. And today the first expansion for Destiny 2 has just dropped about 6 hours ago, and this is Curse of Osiris, and I'm going to begin the campaign just for you guys on a new series on Juniper Rising. So join me as we delve deep into this new expansion. I'm super excited, guys. My hunter is all tricked out with new stuff. Season 2 has just begun, as you can see, and there it is. Mercury. Oh my god. This is incredible. First things first, it looks like we have a huge laundry list of things to do, but first, we're going to go to Mercury and complete, what's that called? There's the Almighty right there. I always love these ink cutscenes that Destiny's always had. Really cool art design. Okay, so we're finally going to learn about, obviously, the character Osiris, who I've been very curious about ever since Trials of Osiris has dropped back in year 1 of the first Destiny, Vanilla Destiny. So hopefully we can learn a little bit more about his story, because from all the trailers and the media leading up to this release of this expansion, we've already seen this. He actually looks like a really cool character, and I hope that they actually kind of open him up and we get to know him a little better than all the other characters in the Destiny universe. First Dawnblade question mark? I don't play Warlock. I don't know if that's what the actual Dawnblade sword looks like, or if he just has like his own special one. I tell you what, the ghost shell that he has is actually really cool. I'm glad they're taking more liberty in the design of some of the ghost shells, because so far they've been kind of boring. Obviously there's some sort of, I'm assuming that's going to be the main boss of either the campaign, or I've done barely any research for this expansion, so I've heard that there isn't necessarily going to be a new raid, but a new raid activity. So I'm wondering if that's going to be like some sort of Vex boss or not. And there it is. Destiny 2. It doesn't even say Curse of Osiris, it just has the sun and the little logo. That's kind of interesting. Is that Hawthorne's hawk right there, or little? I think that is. If you look in the top left corner, he's gone now. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Probably not. Okay, so the awkward dialogue has definitely returned in this expansion. But that's some very interesting information on Osiris. I did not know that he was. I knew he was the most powerful guardian. I did not know he was part of the Battle of Six Fronts, and I did not know he was exiled from the tower and the last city. So that's actually a really cool tidbit of information that we now know about him. So looks like I'm going to be heading to, I think Mercury is the first place you go to, which Mercury has not been portrayed in Destiny 2 yet. We've been on the Arrival, which was orbiting Mercury, or consuming it, I guess, but I don't think we've actually visited the planet before. So I hope, I'm sure there's going to be some beautiful sky. Oh, it's Brother Vance. Perfect. Alright. Let's go find Brother Vance. I mean, that's nostalgia right there from turning in Trials stuff and getting Trials gear from him in year 1, 2, and 3. Alright. I thought that was Osiris at first. I'm like, we're meeting Osiris already? I mean, that's also another question is, how did, I don't see any, there's Vex. How did Osiris manage to gather all these followers, and where are they from? I mean, are they exiled people too? I mean, we know that the Fallen have taken it upon themselves to reconnect the exiled Fallen, which is the House of Exile, which I thought honestly should have been, instead of making a new house for House of Wolves, they should have probably delved deep into that one, because that's actually a really cool story behind that Fallen house, but we'll get to that later. Right now we have Vex to kill, which this is also the very first Vex-themed expansion, which is really neat. So we can, hopefully we learn a little more about them. Alright, is this even the Infinite Forest right now? I heard it's a procedurally regenerated area, which is kind of cool, which means it's never going to be the same whenever you enter it. But I'm assuming it might end up having like this No Man's Sky effect, where eventually they're all going to start looking the same, even though there might be tiny little differences. They won't actually be different. Oh, Hobgoblin. Alright. Don't pop your shield yet. Oh wow, he didn't actually pop his shield. This one probably will though. There he is, yep. The most annoying trait since Halo 3 Jackal Snipers. Jeez. Brother Vance just has a fetish for Osiris. Kinda creepy. Alright. Alright, so we're at like the pyramid. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Now, I'm assuming once we find Osiris, I have a feeling he might not be super happy that we have found him. Because it just seems like every time we find someone who's not a part of the last city or the Guardians, they seem to be really reluctant to help us. And I wish that was explored a little more. It's just like why they feel like we're so destructive, that the Guardians are. Because if you think about it, you got the Awoken who really didn't like us. Hawthorne and even her refugees really weren't big fans of the Tower and the Guardians. So like, what is it that we've done that is so bad and people are weary to work with us again? I think that'd be kind of interesting. What is this? Am I supposed to be here? Is this... This is a pyramid, is it not? Or... wait, no. That's way too small. There it is. Okay. I thought this was a pyramid. That is like a little stone bowl. It's pretty neat. Oh boy. This does not look like fun. So Brother Vance is like obsessed with Osiris. I wonder... They said he's his most trusted servant, I think was the language that they used. So I don't know if he's his only follower, or like there's a bunch of them and he's just like his right-hand man. But it seems like... I wonder if that's what the Trials of Osiris have been. Okay, this is my theory. The Trials of Osiris have probably our Brother Vance looking for someone to go into the Infinite Forest to get Osiris. I bet that's going to be the story behind the Trials, is he's finding the best Guardians. That would make a lot of sense. But that also kind of wouldn't make sense because obviously we've had really good Guardians in the Trials, and so you would think he would have found someone by now. But if that's the case, I definitely don't deserve to be getting Osiris from the Infinite Forest. Bring Segura to Brother Vance. Okay. So, let's see. Because right now, Brother Vance's dialogue in the first Destiny always was like calm and collected, but now he's just like frantic and desperate, which is a really interesting change of character the moment that Osiris is actually brought. Okay, these are actually the new Vex designs. Holy cow. Descendant Harpy. So I wonder if these are the old Vex or the new Vex, because I said Vex from different periods of time will be attacking us. And I mean, I think these are new Vex, because the old ones are the ones that had like the moss and stuff in the Black Garden, if I'm correct. Okay, so far this mission isn't super interesting. It's kind of, yeah, someone chatting your ear off while you're killing a bunch of enemies. Basic Destiny fashion. I really was not expecting for this DLC to be anything special. And to be honest, you'll notice the lack of videos on my channel. I was not super hyped for the Curse of Osiris, which I wonder what the actual curse is. If it's a curse or just like a catchy buzzword that they put in the title. Not even there's not a set skill cap for this. Like, there's no like levels of difficulty. So I don't know. I mean, which is pretty stupid. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if like the levels will be getting progressively more difficult as you go through the story, but oh Jesus. Again, that's kind of disappointing. The boss is another, like, it's literally a bigger version of the goblin. That's pretty... I'm sorry, I'm going to have to start getting a little more harsh on Destiny right now, just because Destiny 2, ultimately, I think was pretty disappointing, which was odd considering my first impressions were really good of the game, and I think a lot of people's first impressions were, but I'm kind of missing Destiny 1 right now, and the fact that Destiny 1 had so much more content and was way more fleshed out than Destiny 2 is right now. And I think in its current state, Destiny 1 is a superior experience in Destiny 2. And there is nothing special about anything here so far. I mean, Mercury's a place we've already been to. We've already fought the Vex. The only thing that's honestly keeping me interested in the story is the prospect of what is going on with Osiris. I kind of want to learn about my favorite event from Destiny 1, and that was Trials. So that's sort of a big deal to me, and that's ultimately, I think, sort of the buzzword or the keyword that got people interested in this was because I'm sure me, like a lot of you guys, have great memories of the Trials of Osiris with your friends and trying to go flawless and things like that. So I kind of, yeah, I got this purely on the fact that it was Trials of Osiris based, and that armor looks good, and I knew I would be getting some more of that dank Egyptian themed armor. Alright, so let's see what this brother has to say. Oh my god. It's the lighthouse. Ish. Oh, so you've never met Osiris? Okay. Whoa, okay, that's a pretty cool effect, and this is a pretty cool play space. Again, it's the lighthouse, so alright, well, that was the first level, or mission, of Destiny 2 Curse of Osiris. Mercury landing zone unlocked, okay. So, let's actually go and see what differences are in the tower, because apparently there's going to be some new stuff. There's a gift from Tess for changing seasons, and then this has been completed. So let's go and see if there's any changes to the tower. Okay, so let's take a look at everything we have. First is showing out Tess Everest. Apparently she has a gift for us from Season 1, or for Season 2, I don't know. Look at that. It illuminated engram, a vibrant engram containing many different Season 2 customization options, including ornaments for exotics found in Curse of Osiris. Alright, let's take that. So we've got, wow. We've got some cool stuff. The bright engrams are called illuminated engrams now, and they've got kind of the Eye of Osiris thing going on, and it's a new Vigilance Wing ornament. That looks really cool. Again, it's definitely remind me of that ancient Egypt theme, which Osiris is so famous for. And the Eye of Osiris, I think, is this a new weapon? Weapon ornament. What is that? Oh, it's for Cold Heart, isn't it? Or there's a new trace rifle, apparently, and I think it's like a solar version of Cold Heart, if I'm correct in saying that. Alright, guys, so that was part 1 of Destiny Curse of Osiris. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I would like to actually comment below those of you who purchased the DLC. I'm assuming you own Destiny 2 and have purchased DLC. If you're watching this, some of you have, and others are probably watching this to see if it's worth it. If you have purchased it, tell me if you think that this expansion is worth it, because so far it's very basic cut and paste Destiny. It's classic Destiny. I don't think we're going to be getting anything too spectacular out of this, which is pretty disappointing. From patch notes that I have seen, it seems like there's not going to be huge changes made to the game. As you can see, this is the same old tower. A few like the engrams look different, things like that, but nothing of real substance has been changed so far that I can see, besides adding Mercury again, even though it was available in Destiny 1. And for those of you who have not purchased the expansion, tell me if you plan on doing it, but if you don't plan on doing it, tell me why you don't plan on purchasing this expansion. Is it because you're waiting for reviews, or you're undecided, or is it because you found a fatal flaw within this? Maybe you just burn out Destiny, and that's totally understandable. So leave those comments down below. I would really like to know what you guys think. And other than that, don't forget to leave a like or a dislike if you thought this video wasn't good at all. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Until next time, this is Juniper, signing out.